What's going on, guys? Larry here. This is a very good morning because I've come out to the newest Los Campiones here in Burnsville. Got a free pass. Sorry, wife. So this is the main area. As you can see, boatloads upon boatloads upon boatloads of Atlantis and Panetta equipment. Panetta equipment being straight from Italy, Atlantis being from Quebec, Canada. Just rows upon rows upon rows. A lot of plate-loaded stuff. Old school standbys like Hamstring are in another room, but we'll get to that. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Right here. Hamstring, one arm pull. Can't go wrong with that. My favorite chest supported row, well, my second favorite. I like this one a lot. This is made by Watson. This is a beast right here. Some selectorized pull downs. You got the dual handles right here. Atlantis multi-station. And then we got dumbbells by Watson over here. As you can see, whole row. Rogue down that way. Then you got dumbbells that go up to, I think they go up to 220 to be honest with you. In fact, yeah. 220 right here. We're gonna keep on going over here. This is my first time here, so I'm really, oh, okay. So now we're in the powerlifting room. Terminator mural and just racks on racks on racks of equipment. So I fully expect to see some world champions up out of here. And what do we got planned? Some anime. You gotta love it. Looks like Naruto on the screen because you know that's the powerlifting thing. Eddie Hall right here in some Los Campiones gear. Let's walk into the posing room. This is phenomenal. We're gonna hit some shots here, but I probably won't publish those because I'm fat. The one thing I like about Los is that they're very heavy on the motivational murals, as you can see in the distance. Iron sharpens iron, which is very, very true. Very, very true. And just generally, just a massive place. So we're gonna keep walking. The good old standbys. We've got hammer strength stuff, which you know I absolutely love. So then we got dumbbells over here, another rogue rack. And these go up to 150. And then some more selectorized stuff from Hammer. You can't not have Hammer inside of a gym. Like, you just cannot. Love those guys. The Thanos glove. I gotta love that. Red Hulk. Let me know if you saw Captain America, Brave New World. I loved it. And then we have the cardio area here. So, necessary year round, whether you're bulking, whether you're cutting, whatever. Pro shop area, lot of Los branded gear. Lot of Los branded gear. And take a look at this supplement selection. It's about as good as any supplement store you'll come across. Raw, Panda, Evogen, lot of Evogen. Local brand here, but is making its noise nationally. Fit Butters. Got some Pride. Got some Jasmine Rice. Flavor Gang. Here's what I like a lot. Look at this mural over here in the boxing area. Yes, there is a boxing area. Street Fighter cross-teching anybody? Oh, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. That's okay. And yeah, that's it. So today I got a big playground for legs and back. Life has been life, and I haven't been able to get in here for the past few days. So we got to double up. So legs and back today. And we're just going to work really hard, and we're going to get a really good pump in and put all that blood where it needs to go. So without further ado, let's get grinding on some of this brand new equipment.
All right, the first movement in this leg and back bonanza is a Panetta leg curl. Now, I need y'all to keep in mind that I am a big fan of hammer strength equipment, hammer strength leg curl, all that. But today, just seeing that I had access to it, I went ahead and just warmed up with the Panetta leg curl to get things started out, making sure I got a full stretch, making sure that my feet were turned in a way where I could maximally contract the hamstrings. It takes a minute to get those cues down, and I don't want anyone to be hung up on using a lot of verbal cues just to get a hamstring curl correct. But also at the same time, it's important to note that you need to understand how you need to coach yourself internally while you're doing these things if you don't have a partner. So also, something I'm not doing, I'm keeping my hips down on the pad. And with that being said, is that I'm not too neurotic about anything like that. But I just want you all to not shoot your hips up into the air. I don't want you hunching on the pad. I don't want you doing any of that. Make sure you keep those hips flush to the pad and use the entire power of the hamstrings. So this was around about 4, maybe 5 sets at my last tally before I go on to a super pyramided single set of just seated hamstrings, really just driving the hamstrings full of blood and doing the seated and lying leg curl in the same workout is something that is fairly common, but also at the same time a lot of people don't generally do. To me, if you ask me, I would rather do a glute ham raise, but I just couldn't find the bench for it. You want to attack the hamstring near the glute, and you want to attack it by the knee. Leg curls, attack it by the knee. All right, by the knee, not by the glute. So go ahead, load up on those leg curls, and get to work. So if you're a big fan of reverse leg curls on the hyperextension bench, I would recommend you go and do that as well. Now here, what I'm trying to do for the quads, I'm just trying to wake up the tissue before I really nail down some work sets and before I hit the main quad work, which is what I'm doing right here with leg extensions. So a couple of sets of 25 just to get the legs good and mashed up, or good and warmed up rather, before I do a couple of sets to get them mashed. I've never felt a need to have an extreme contraction, right? I get it to where the muscle is shortened, and then I just let it back down. So no need to get super complicated with these. No need to go insane. Just do what you need to do to get that muscle moving. This was a unique movement right here. This is made by Watson. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a leg press. If it's a swing squat, then I definitely used it wrong. But in any event, with that being said, if this was a leg press, then it was a weak leg press. But now, in retrospect, I think it's a swing squat. With a swing squat, basically, you're just it's a plyometric movement really, but I use it as a leg press today. And with swing squats, you just want to basically jump. You basically want to put as much force into the jump as possible, and then catch it on the you want to catch it on the way down. But I put 4 plates on, and instead of jumping, I just went ahead and used it as a leg press. So maybe this is a bit of egg on my face, but I haven't been around this piece of equipment in quite a long time, so I'll have to get some clarification on it. And I didn't Google it before I did. I was expecting it to be much heavier, and I probably should have used a Panetta leg press because that beats me up just good. But in any event, I just did around about 30 reps here, and again, it just felt light. So now that I'm looking at the video and really analyzing it, I think it was a swing squat for plyometrics, and not something where I use just straight up weighted plates. So there we go. All right, I had to put on my belt for these. So this is the only hammer strength pendulum squat in North America, and this is a unique machine because when you look at it, it looks like it's a hack squat, like a normal hack squat, but if you notice, the counterbalance is counterbalanced like a pendulum. So it is very interesting. Now, I used 1 plate here, and this machine is heavy duty. You know, Hammer has always been at the forefront of stuff, but I'll tell you, they really were in their bag with this one. Nothing really to show here, but it was a beast. So if you got it, use it. Next up, we move on to back. Nothing to flush any more blood into the legs, but went ahead and started out with some Panetta pull downs. Again, I don't normally do these, so I just went ahead and just went for broke on this, trying to keep the volume in check with everything, but also at the same time really fully exhaust the muscle. And the advantage of a machine like this, and something you should strive for even if you don't have this machine, is a full stretch. Notice I'm really extending my arms and really getting that full stretch and really driving my elbows back. That's the beauty of a lot of lat machines, and that's the beauty of this machine, is that you're able to do so. If you just have a general standard cable machine, that's fine, but you want to make sure you choose a bar that'll allow you to get a nice full complete stretch, maybe even a little bit more, and then just do that stretch to the best of your ability. Remember, weightlifting is just loaded stretches, to be honest with you, if you do the movement correctly. Moved on to the Watson chest supported row. Again, this is one of my favorite exercises, one of my favorite machines. And what I'm trying to do more with movements like this is I'm trying to hang out in a stretch for a brief second at the bottom of the movement, because you definitely want to get some of that muscle building property that's at the bottom of the movement, that's at the stretch. And you know, sometimes you just don't get that with a lot of conventional movements. Again, bodybuilding is just loaded stretches. Weightlifting is just loaded stretches. So always strive to make sure you get the most out of that last bit of a position. Here, 3 plates are about what I can handle at this point in the workout. And, you know, I'm capable of doing about 4. If I can get to 4 for a set of 20, I know my back is growing, my back is bigger. But that's going to be a lot of work. Even to do that on the Arsenal strength machine is kind of a monstrous thing to do. So with that being said, 1 arm rows on the Panetta machine. No free weight stuff today for back, as my back was feeling a little bit funny. And on top of that, I really only pick either legs or back to slam with free weights. And, you know, this was basically all machine workout, to be honest with you. But, you know, if this was under general circumstances, I would have at least 1 free weight movement in for either arms or legs. Legs or back. But just today, given the time of the workout, given how many days off I had, and generally how I was feeling, I don't think it would have been in my best interest to do any type of free weight movement. So with that being said, machines were the way to go. I feel like I got a decent enough stimulation. I wasn't beat to the ground on my way back home, which is very important if you really think about it in the grand scheme of things. You want to do stuff you can recover from, and I actually felt winded. I felt tired, but I didn't feel balls out crushed, which is very, very important. So that's pretty much it for back. A great day, great day. at this newly open facility, one I hope to visit a little more often in the future.
That's it, guys. Headed home, get the workday started. Great leg and back session today with a lot of new pieces. I liked it a lot. Variations of some equipment. Could use some work by manufacturers, but again, for the brands that are in here, it was a really great workout. Watson is good. Hammerhead is always solid. And Tenata is just really coming back to the forefront of bodybuilding equipment. So again, great workout. If you want some more leg and back training, pick up my program, Hammerhead. My socials are in the video description. You can reach out to me there for a copy. But guys, it was a great one. So they really did their thing when they constructed this gym. And inshallah, I'll be back in the future. So until then, like, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. So you have a great day, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.